Hey, what's good people, man? Platinum Bearded Dread. Question, man. What are you doing right now, man? What are you absorbed in right now? Now that can sound a bit creepy, man, but no, I don't mean like that, but stay with me. Right now, obviously I'm on the bench, yeah, making a video, a YouTube video, tell us on the bench them. You know how we do, man. But the reason why I asked that question, yeah, because, you know, there's that saying, but it's almost like a cliche because we hear it all the time in different ways. But it's not even the same, it's just a reality that whatever you're engaged in right now will soon, very soon become a distant memory. Sounds oversimplified, I know, but when you look deeper into it, that's pretty powerful, man. It will just become a distant memory, almost like it didn't even exist because you can't hold it. You know, like putting water in your hand and trying to hold it, or sand in your hand and just watching the sand seep through your hands. And it becomes even more significant when you think about what we do with our time. I mean, what are you doing right now? You know, take for example the person who might be arguing, you know, or engaged in negative thoughts, sabotaging thoughts. And you think about the fact that that time that we're all under, they're losing. If we look at this symbol, like I said in one of our older videos, we symbolize it with the, you know, the, what do they call it, an egg timer? And you've got the sand that runs from one end to the other. And that you have this big old hand, if you like, that turns the egg timer on over. And so the time starts trickling, the sand starts trickling down to the other side, which represents how long we have. Now imagine, picture the person arguing, yelling, and like I said, involved in self-sabotaging thoughts, and they're losing time. The sand ain't stopping to run to the other side, it's still moving. And it's almost like they're stealing from themselves because they're not getting any more time added, they're getting less and less and less. And at any moment, they could change that thought or change the action. Now, I'm not saying it's as simple as that, but just the mere fact of knowing that I'm denying myself life because I'm on my way out, we all are, you know? And what am I I'm spending it arguing or constantly focused on negative thoughts when I could choose to stop feeding the negative so much energy and try and think of something else so that I don't feel like I'm robbing myself, or at least I've taken back some of that time, you know what I mean? Or on the flip side, if you're engaged right now and doing something that you enjoy, you love, you know, that makes your heart sing, relish in it, man. You know, swim in it. Lose yourself in it. Why? Because that too will one day become a distant memory. I mean, usually, normally when we're doing something we enjoy, we lose track of time anyway. But not always, you know, sometimes you might get people that go on holiday and they're in another part of the world, but they say, oh, it's too hot, man, or, you know, some people complain that they don't have enough money, but when they compare themselves to other people, other parts of the world, they're living like kings and queens, you know what I mean? So it's a gratitude, I guess is what the word is, looking at where we're at and really appreciating that and trying to be present and enjoying whatever that is bringing us as much as possible, so that when that moment passes, then we can say we really gained from it, we didn't lose time. Because ultimately, that is the most important thing, man, time, man. It's the only thing, it's the one thing that no man can give you any more of. You know what I mean? And we don't realise that until we get older. Like when I look back on the holidays I've been on and the moments I've really enjoyed, I'm glad that at least I was in the moment, you know what I mean? But it's still kind of sad when you reflect because they're happy memories, but you can't get them back. And for me, it brings to light more when you look at the way the average person lives their life, where they spend most of it working a 9 to 5, quote unquote, making another man wealthy, and you're being denied time with your family, time for yourself, you know? And to a degree, I guess it's something we have to do until we sort out a way where we can work for our own selves. But while we're engaged in that, we have to make sure that as that sand is running from one end of the egg timer to the other, that we're using up that time for us to create as much happy memories as possible before the sand runs to the end and our life obviously comes to an end, ultimately comes to an end. So that's why I say again, what are you engaged in right now? And if it's not something that's positive, that's serving you, think about the egg timer, man, and about how quickly the sand is running from one end to the other. Think about how this life ultimately is just one big moment. Yeah, cut up into little moments, bunches, but ultimately it's one big moment. So what are you going to choose to put that energy with the little time we have? Platinum Village Red. Toast from the bench then. Oh yeah, don't forget, hit the like button, subscribe or something, and we'll do this again. Shit, man.